It's November. Right now you might be asking yourself, why should I care? Well, it's the birth month of Claude Monet, an artist known for laying the foundations of the Impressionist movement and the significant contributions he had made to the world of painting. Raised in Normandy, France, Monet had a natural talent for art and acquired a decent grasp of painting by the time he had reached young adulthood. What you need to understand about Monet is that he went against the norms of art at the time. It wasn't uncommon to paint landscapes, but if you told somebody from that time that you were going to sit outside in the landscapes while you painted it, they would have looked at you like you were a crazy person, which you probably are. Though Monet wasn't the first to paint scenery outside, a practice called plein air, he definitely was an innovator of sorts. He strived to capture the world as it was, specifically Paris. Mrs. Maxwell, Whiteland's resident art expert and teacher, gives us more insight on how exactly Monet was different from his contemporaries and the artists of his time. Impressionism stemmed from oil painting, but with a closer look, could not have been more different.
So Impressionism you would mainly find in oil paintings, and at the time it was a brand new technique. What was different about it was colors of paint were not being mixed together, but they were being put on canvas side by side. So up close it would look like just a bunch of paint, and then far away it would be this beautiful work of art. So it was very new at the time, no one had been doing it, and it took off and led to more and more Impressionism.
Monet was a leading figure in the group that had developed Impressionism. Impressionism is when an artist would paint outside, as opposed to a studio, and when they would paint, it was a sudden and swiftly done process, reliant on the artist's ability to capture what was in front of them. The brushstrokes seem to be very apparent as opposed to other oil paintings, as the artist needs to move fast to capture the lighting and how it truly looked. Impressionism, as a result of these conditions, had a tendency to portray a more accurate recreation of light. Monet's work is the embodiment of that process, and for subjects of his works, he often painted what was in front of him, such as the landscapes of Paris, the coast of Normandy and Britain, and anything he saw as beautiful. Though she has studied him before, Mrs. Maxwell, as well as her students, have a personal connection with the French painter.
I love Claude Monet's work. Everyone can, for the most part, usually recognize when you see it. We took a trip this past spring with National Art Honor Society to the Art Museum, Newfields, and we looked at Monet's Loom exhibit, where you can actually go and look at his paintings as if you were in them. And it was really neat. So if this ever came around again, I would definitely recommend it and check out his art.
His impact largely came from his innovative techniques and processes, and his influence on artists to be should and cannot be understated.
The techniques and style he was using in his oil paintings had never been done before, so it really created a big scene at the time and inspired new artists to create their own styles after that as well.
Monet is a figure to look up to for aspiring artists, but can serve as inspiration for literally anybody in any field. He worked for everything he had earned and didn't shy away from trying new things, leading him on a direct path to innovation. So this November, go outside and try something new.